Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. Producer James is over there mixing up things or whatever he claims to do when he's over there. Like, y'all, I wish you could see him. You would think that he legit worked at a radio station with all the gear that he has on. He's got the headphones on. He's got the soundboard. He's got the laptop. He's got the mic. He's got all this stuff basically so his wife can talk and boss him around.
Yeah.
But he ready.
I'm ready. I'm
ready.
set. Glad to be back.
Can you believe that Christmas is what? What is today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
3 days away. And, you know, we live in the Houston area. Currently, a Christmas miracle has happened because it is, 61 degrees right now?
Yep.
But on Saturday, which is Christmas, Jesus' birthday, it will be 81 degrees here in the greater Houston area, and we are all just sick about it. We do this every year. We're all like, I can't believe it's not cold for Christmas. When the fuck is it ever cold for Christmas here in Houston? Hardly never.
Yeah, hardly ever for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like we'll have a cold snap in January or February.
Right. But not for Feliz Navidad.
Not so
Nope. It's always warm. We're usually walking around with sweatshirts and shorts on.
Because we're assholes.
Because that's just how it be down here. According to producer James, this is episode 130. Is that correct?
That's right.
130 episodes we have done. Wow. And I just keep on talking and talking and talking. Okay, if you are a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Okay, guys, so we are like about, a week and a half without a show?
2.
It's about 2 weeks without a show. Producer James went on a hunting excursion in Oklahoma to hunt duck and quail.
No.
Duck and crane.
And goose.
Okay, so before we start, we got to do this real quick. Okay, so producer James went on a hunting trip to Oklahoma with his dad and some friends to hunt, as we just said, duck, crane, and goose. Okay, number one, producer James can't eat any of those things that he was hunting because he is highly allergic to poultry. If you have listened to the show any length of time, we've discussed this. So he's literally out there hunting shit that would kill him if he ate it. Okay, number two thing, until 2 weeks, let me see, how many years old was I? I was 42 and 2 weeks ago years old when I discovered that a goose is not a male duck.
Right. They're two totally different animals.
I have gone the entirety of my life thinking that a male duck was called a goose. And if there were a group of male gooses, those were geese.
You got some of that right and a lot of it wrong.
I had no idea. So I'm just kind of walking around I'm real stupid. Like, where was I in 3rd and 4th grade when they talked about the evolution of ducks? I must have missed that class. But then I went to a friend who is highly educated and said the same thing, and he didn't know that either. He thought that male ducks were goose. I think a lot of people think this, producer James.
Well, just to, make sure everybody knows the science, a male duck is called a drake. A female duck.
It ain't nothing but 2 drakes. Drake, who used to play that little cripple boy on Degrassi, and then Drake from Drake and Josh. I've never heard anything about a duck and Drake.
Yeah, a male duck is a drake.
So then what is a female duck?
A hen. Like a chicken, a hen.
Wait a minute. Did you just say a female chicken is a hen?
Yeah.
I thought a hen was a completely different animal.
Oh my God. What animal did you think
I thought it was just like a different kind of, like, something like a chicken, but not a chicken. It was a hen.
No. So a hen is a term for a lot of female birds.
Okay.
So,
including hens.
But yeah, but a hen is like saying woman.
That is so crazy to me.
Yep.
And what's crazier is that I'm such a big animal lover, but I didn't know that right now, if we were talking about actual humans, I would be canceled. Because it'd be like, that bitch don't know nothing about straight, gay, non-binary. All my terms are all just kind of mixed up. So yeah, if we were talking about humans, I'd be canceled immediately.
So you know what a baby duck is, right?
A duckling.
Right. You know what a baby goose is?
A duckling, because until 2 weeks ago, I thought it was the same thing as a duck.
It's a gosling.
Boy, ain't it but one Gosling, and that's Mark Paul Gosselaar. He the only Gosling we know from
No.
Saved by the Bell.
He's a. What about Ryan Gosling?
And Ryan Gosling, that's right.
Yes, he's the.
And then
actual
we
Gosling.
have John and Kate Gosling. But that's
No.
Gosling with an N, not with a G. Okay, y'all know we can sit here and talk about this nonsense all day long, but we're going to move right along to one of the hottest topics that's going on right now, which shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone, especially Khloe Kardashian. But Tristan Thompson has once again embarrassed the holy fuck out of Khloe Kardashian to the whole wide world. All right. Another cheating scandal. So this time, Tristan Thompson, not only did he cheat on Khloe, but he actually produced another whole human being with another woman while he was together with Khloe. So we were all shocked to see that, just there had been no rumors about it. No one has said anything, and then boom, here's this personal trainer. By the way, she's from like the Houston area. Hey. I mean, we have to take our claims to fame any way that we can. Yeah. Her name is Mara Lee Nichols. Don't even try to look for her on Instagram because there's so many fake accounts right now. And let me tell you, this bitch looks different on every single picture that she takes. I still don't know what she looks like. I mean, she goes from to okay, she really did up the face too. I just don't know what she looks like. But anyway, apparently her and Tristan Thompson hooked up a few times within the course of a few months, and in that time she got pregnant. So when she told Tristan about this, he immediately said, get rid of the baby, I'm not going to have anything to do with this baby. And I guess as time went on, she's like, look, I'm keeping the baby, you're going to have to step up and be a father figure to this kid. And he's like, no I don't. Bitch, here goes $75,000. I'm about to retire from the NBA. This the best you gonna get. I'm not seeing the kid. Don't want to know his name. I don't know what color eyes he got. I don't want to know his skin tone. It ain't my kid. But if you say it is, I'm gonna give you $75,000 to say that it's not. And just like any good white woman who loves professional black dick, she said, no, I'm taking you to paternity court. And that's exactly what she did. This is how you know how immature this shit is. The majority of their conversations happen through Snapchats.
Didn't we talk about that a few episodes ago?
Like, not even like cell phones. She probably has never had his cell phone number. Everything that we have seen that she has come up with, other cheating scandals have been released since then. Other women have come forward saying, yeah, we were seeing Tristan during the same time that he was with Khloe. One girl said that he offered her $15,000 just for a night. But here's the thing. This is what women don't realize. A man does not pay you for sex. A man pays you to leave him the fuck alone after y'all have sex. That is where the payment comes in. No, baby girl. It's not, oh, he loves me so much. He wants me. No, bitch, he wants you to be all the way quiet. Kind of like what a side chick is supposed to do. Side chick's supposed to be quiet, but nowadays, no. The side chick thinks she has the same rights as the wife. I'm like, that's not the way. But go ahead and do you, but that's how bitches get fucked up.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they need to be like old school side chicks where they live in a different city
yes.
or a different state.
Yes.
Have a whole different family no one knows about.
Yes. Not now. They all on doing interviews with Entertainment Tonight, Perez Hilton, TMZ, all kinds of shit. Even got their friends posting pictures and just like, it's just like, okay, Even whores now are proud to be whores.
Remember the days when you didn't find out about a side chick until like the guy's funeral? Like,
Yes,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
happened quite often. That funeral's like,
Yeah.
well, who the hell is that? I'm your brother. I'm your sister. You never knew anything about. Or when the kid turns 18 and does like a DNA thing and then they find their real dad, it usually doesn't happen when the child is in utero. You know, it's just years and years and years of hush money. But these bitches are like, no. I didn't fucking NBA star to be broke. No. So anywho, you know, she filed a paternity suit, which Tristan Thompson almost had her, because here in Texas, they only take the money that you are currently making. So he thought he was set, because he's like, well, I'm retiring from the NBA next year. So you better take this $75,000 or you're not going to get anything. But as a good, wholesome white chick, she moved her ass to California, where those rules don't apply, Tristan.
That's
Sorry
right.
about it. Like, she uprooted her whole entire life to another state to get to that money.
To get that future earnings.
Yeah,
Yep.
I actually think some side chicks can take some notes from R.Lee, because that's how you really do it.
There's a book to be written.
Yeah,
there.
that is how you really do the shit right there. And she's like, oh, you still gonna act like you're not gonna take care of my baby? Press leak. So it's just like, and he's such an asshole. You know, instead of saying, I'm caught, let me get down on bended knee and apologize, he gets a gag order on the girl. Tristan, we already all know the details at this point. Yeah, go ahead and gag her. We got all the information that we need. So then there's Khloe. Do we feel sorry for Khloe or not? It's kind of hard because she keeps dating these fucking cockroaches. She keeps dating NBA stars. It's like, Khloe, okay, 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. You dated Lamar. He cracked the fuck out and almost died and cheated on you. You went to Tristan. He is a notorious cheater, period, point blank. He can't keep his dick in his pants. And then he's dicking down these girls raw. And then going back to sleep with Khloe, okay? How much y'all want to bet that Khloe probably got a baby? What a little frozen embryo ready. She'll be pregnant next month. She's like, I'm not gonna let this personal trainer steal all my thunder.
I can't feel sorry for her. I mean, it's what's that story? You pick up a snake and then you get upset
When it bites
that
you.
it bites you.
Yeah.
But you keep picking up snakes.
Here's the thing, is that Tristan Thompson has shown his true colors. He showed his true colors when he and Khloe first started dating, because he was with the first baby mama during that time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, Khloe, you knew this girl had a baby with him. You started dating him, and then you got pregnant. Did you not think karma wasn't going to come around? This dude is no good. He cheated on you while you were pregnant with multiple women. You still forgave him, took him back. Then he kissed Jordan Woods, which they excommunicated Jordan Woods, okay? And all he did was kiss her. It was like a drunken kiss, but they got the fuck rid of her as fast as they could, only for Tristan to be accepted back into the family. And look what he did. That's why I married a white man.
Who can't play basketball.
No. So this is how dirty and low down Tristan is, you know. Instead of just admitting what he's done, which he's had no choice but to do it now. He's admitted, yes, I had a relationship with her. Yes, that's possibly my kid. But then he's like, you know what? But she got STDs. Like, really? That's just like some girl who fucking can rag on you better than you can rag on her, and then you have nothing left to say but, well, that's why you ugly and your teeth big. That is the equivalent of what he did. He's like, she's got STDs. She's been sleeping with all these other NBA players. Okay, but you still fucked her too. Like, there's nothing that you can say to make yourself look more innocent, because you're not innocent. So then that leads us back down to the Kardashian curse, and that's curse with a K, okay? They just don't do well with men. Let's just go down the line. Kanye. That's all we really have to say. I don't think no details are needed. The boy's walking around right now with no eyebrows still, okay?
What?
Yeah, he shaved off his eyebrows and he's been taking pictures with like they're there.
That's what people do in like 7th grade on a dare.
Yeah, well, he did both. No, in 7th grade on a dare, you do one. He did both. He did both eyebrows,
Oh,
okay?
my God.
All right. Then we've got Scott Disick, who is Kourtney Kardashian's. They dated forever and ever and ever. All 3 of her kids are by Scott. Since they've broken up, he only seems to want to date women who are of age but look like they're 15. Yeah, he's got a thing for very, very, very young girls. I don't even think that Scott works, if I'm thinking about it. I think he's still collecting checks from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which, hey, YOLO. I mean, that's what I would be doing too. I'm like, I ain't supposed to get no 9-to-5 job. Y'all better watch another episode of Marathon on E of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Then there's Lamar Odom. Now, he and Khloe got married. It wasn't a very long marriage. And after they divorced, because he cheated on her, he even did an interview and he said that Khloe's pussy smelled like the dirty back of an ear. I was like, jeez, like, damn, like.
See, that's one of those that's so specific.
It has to be true. Yeah. It has to be true. Because, I mean, he gave full dick to, yeah, he probably telling the truth. Then Lamar, damn near dies at the, the rabbit ranch?
Oh, the bunny ranch.
The bunny ranch.
Chicken ranch or one of
those.
The
bunny ranch that's in Las Vegas. He almost died. Like, it took a while for him to be fully functioning. He was in the hospital for a very long time. Like, really every day we were getting like, did Lamar die? He dead yet? They got brain activity. It was bad. Like, he almost snorted himself to death with cocaine and other things. All right.
Cocaine and pussy.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's kind of a good way to go.
I guess.
And then you've got Kris Humphries, who,
oof.
Does he even play basketball anymore? He was never like a big basketball star, but I think that after he and Kim got divorced, no one hears from him anymore. It's like he ghosted society after the divorce with Kim. Then we have Tyga, who was Kylie's boyfriend, who also has a baby with Black China. Black China has a baby with Kylie's brother, Rob. All right. And the rumor is that Tyga and Kylie actually started dating before she was of age. And I fully believe that, because at that time, Kris was doing some kind of management for Tyga. And I can remember a long time ago in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Tyga was the musical surprise at one of Kendall's birthday parties. So they probably started kind of hooking up from that point on, all right? And then there's Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Bruce just got kicked out of a restaurant because he had on ripped jeans.
What?
Yes. Was it an airplane? No, I think it was like a nice, ritzy restaurant or hotel, I want to say. And then I wanted to whisper to Bruce, that's not the real reason they didn't want you there.
Oh, come on now.
But come on. Like, I think somebody was it had to be a little bit of bigotry going on there.
I got to fact check that. I mean, I believe
you can fact check it. When am I ever wrong?
No, was it like a nice place with a dress code and he just
perhaps
didn't have the right stuff? Okay.
Maybe it was, but fuck, he should have been like, you know what? Before I got this boob job and these hair extensions and this vagina, I was fucking Bruce Jenner. I was on Wheaties boxes. Oh, y'all don't know what Wheaties are? Okay, it was cereal. I was on cereal boxes, damn you. I'm an Olympian. That's what I would have done,
That's all you would do.
That's all I would do. Yeah, they would think that my name was Caitlin. I am an Olympian, and I used to be on Wheaties boxes. Was my whole last name, all right? So, yeah, there's most definitely something weird when it comes to Kardashians and their men. And poor Rob Kardashian, he just said, you know what? I'm going to just do this brain cancer because I can't fuck with y'all no more. You a hoe, you a hoe, you a hoe. Rob, you got a lot of challenges. These other two ain't my kids, but you a hoe and you a hoe too. And y'all's mama is a fucking hoe.
So are you saying that Rob would rather deal with brain cancer than the rest of his family?
That's what he did.
I'm gonna do this brain cancer. That's hilarious.
It's a lot easier than dealing with the fact that all my daughters fuck black guys or unemployed guys. And really, it's sad because Robert Kardashian was such a celebrated attorney. I mean, he was part of OJ's dream team, okay? But that was all overshadowed by a sex tape. Yep. And there you go. Okay, when we get back from this break, we're going to go down. Ooh, yeah. We're going to talk about some reality TV, my most favorite thing in the world. Y'all, people really been talking about me here lately and how much I love reality TV. But guess what? You know, I don't give a fuck. It's good. It's good. And we're going to talk about it when we get back.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Sassy Class Boutique is the hot spot for your fashion, beauty, and home decor desires. We celebrate women of all shapes and sizes with our trendy collection of regular and plus-size clothing. Looking for the right accessories? We have upcycled Louis Vuitton handbags, vegan purses, and jewelry to add sass to your class. We also offer health and beauty products from salon-quality hair care to cruelty-free makeup. Our edgy home decor items will make you the envy of all of your neighbors. Sassy Class Boutique also offers custom items like shirts, hats, and other gifts for any occasion. All of our vendors are female-owned small businesses, and together we are Sassy Class Boutique. Located at 3709 Fatter Drive in Dickinson, Texas, 77539. Or shop anytime with us at www.sassyclassboutique.com. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. I want to make sure that you guys are following us on Instagram, like our Facebook page. Both of them are The Libra Lounge with Keisha. You can find the podcast on iTunes. We would love it if you would leave us a review. You can find us on the TuneIn app, iHeartRadio, the Laughable app, and Amazon Music.
That's right.
Every time I say that we're on Amazon Music, I feel like I should drop an album. Y'all gotta excuse me, with the weather being so up and down here, literally everyone has a sinus infection, a cough, a cold. So you're gonna hear me sneezing, snotting, coughing, all the things that producer James absolutely hates that I do when I'm recording, but I can't help myself.
Yep.
I'm sneezy. I'm so sneezy.
You're sneezy.
Yes, I'm sneezy. All right. So one of these are not guilty pleasures to me. These are pleasures. Okay. Pleasure Principle, if you're from the 80s and Janet Jackson had the Pleasure Principle, that is what these shows are to me because they are so good and funny. 1,000-Pound Sisters. We've got Tammy, who's so mean. See, Amazon Music. We've got Tammy, who's so god-awful and so mean for somebody that is walking around being 639 pounds and a fucking bubble on her head. On her forehead, there's literally a bubble. It's a bubble of fat. Okay? And none of us knew this until Chris Slayton. No, Chris's last name is not Slayton. Chris's last name is Combs. Their brother Chris. He told us that, when she was younger, she was so fat that the fat had nowhere else to go, so it went to her forehead. I didn't even know fat transferred itself like that. I really didn't. I thought that belly fat just kind of stayed within the belly region. Ass fat stayed in the back. But this fat said, well, ain't much room over there in the belly area. She already got cankles. You know what? I think there's some space up there in the forehead. Let's just do that.
Right in a fucking beluga looking head.
Yes, she really does. And then we've got Amy, who, how could you not love Amy? Because she's so sweet. But she did do a couple of things the last few episodes. They were like, oh, God, why? And one of those things was she decided that she wanted to get her house professionally organized. Which, hey, that's great. You got a new baby, you got a husband, you guys are in a smaller duplex. So yes, get organized. But here's the trick to getting organized. You clean the shit up first, Amy. That is where you start, all right? So Amy and her husband decided to have professional organizers come on. And these women, I think their names were Amy and Jamie, were not ready for what they fucking saw. It was a hoarder's paradise. Like, for real, if things don't work out on 1,000 Pound Sisters, like, I don't know, Tammy dies or something, and Amy needs to be on another show, she can stay with the same network. She just go over to Hoarders. Because that is what it was. So we get to see the organizers kind of like go through the house a little bit to see what all's going on. And they've got like dirty dishes, like months worth of dirty dishes. For example, there was a pot, and Amy's like, oh, yeah, that's from when we ate chili. And she's like, I don't remember the last time we ate chili. Bitch, that's nasty. That's nasty. When you don't even remember when you had that food, that's pretty gross. And you know these people are coming over, and you don't clean up. But that's really nothing by comparison, okay? We find out that Amy's got a pretty damn bad roach problem. Like, roaches everywhere. I did not watch them on YouTube, so I did not know that there was a long history with Amy and roaches in her videos until this episode, all right? So, got roaches everywhere. But then we see lots and lots and lots of mice droppings, okay? All over. Which that's just like burn the whole motherfucking duplex down to me, okay? You can tell that mice, like, this is where they live. This is where they cohabitate at. Like, this they house. They paid a light bill. That's how much mouse crap was all over the kitchen. The kitchen, okay? So then there's this scene where, because, you know, now that the organizers were like, we got to clean up. Like, do you have a laundry basket? Amy's like, oh, it's full of laundry. She goes, well, do you want to go do a load of laundry? Like, y'all need to fucking clean up. She's like, Michael, I need you to get over here on these dishes. Like, this one's like, this is not what I came here to do. But let me go ahead and tally this up. That's going to be an extra $50 here, an extra $25 there. So as they're starting to kind of go through things, Amy opens up a cabinet and she goes, ooh, is that a mouse? Okay, whoa. Stop right there. Okay. If you have to ask, hey, is that a mouse? Again, I'm going to keep going back to this statement. Burn the whole damn duplex down. So she gets a piece of paper towel, which that was crazy because her husband was right there. This is me. James, I think that's a mouse. I'm going to be outside. She doesn't do that. She gets a piece of paper towel, guys, okay? And not just the amount that I would think that a person who's trying to see if something is a mouse would gather. She did, what do you call them? One fold out?
One sheet.
She did one sheet and reached in there, and guess what? It was a motherfucking dead mouse. And she picks it up. So at this point, she decides she wants to be embarrassed. Now she wants to be embarrassed. Really, Amy? Nothing that was going on in your house. What did that one woman, Marie?
Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
Joy
induces joy. Everything in that house induced fright. The only clean thing in that house was the baby. Only Gage was clean in his little area. But it's kind of scary because you're like, all these mice are running around. Like, does a baby sleep with a bottle? Or it's just kind of scary. And they explained they live next to a field. So yeah, if you live next to a field, you are going to get field mice.
Occasionally. But
no.
So here's the thing. And I've talked about how bad it must smell in there. Remember the last time any listener has had a mouse like die behind their wall?
Oh God, it's
how much
awful.
That stinks and for how long it stinks?
Yes.
This bitch didn't even know there was a dead mouse in her cabinet at face level.
Yeah, that was in the kitchen cabinet.
The kitchen
cabinet, and she had no
duplex.
Idea. That's a very good point,
You can see the kitchen from sitting on the couch.
And no one smelled that smell. That is a damn good point. That lets you know how. But then again, they probably just assumed it was coming from Tammy's house.
Exactly.
The smell. Which surprisingly, Tammy's duplex is way clean.
Because none of it's used. How could it be used? She can't go nowhere.
God damn it, Producer James, you really spitting that knowledge
I'm
today.
on it today.
You are on it, spitting nothing but facts. But remember, this is my show. You got about one more fact that you can do, and then I'm going to turn your mic off.
It's my limit.
Okay, yeah, you're at your limit. But that is a good point. How do you not smell a dead mouse in your kitchen? It wasn't behind a wall. It was in a cabinet where other dishes were.
It was next to a bowl.
Yes. Oh, God. So she goes outside. She's crying. She's like, I'm so embarrassed. And she kind of goes down there, a little bit of history with their family and not knowing how to clean, and then how YouTubers just blasted her so bad because she was doing like kitchen videos, and one that they showed us, there was a roach on the fucking camera. It was on the camera. And then there was another one where she's in the kitchen again, and there goes a roach scurrying up the oven. And she's like, they just talked about me. So, bitch, why did you even release the video? Is my question. Why did you not edit it? Like, that is like, cut, we got to reshoot. Yeah. Spray some Raid around. Let's get this all cleaned up. Let's tell the roaches to take a break. It's a union break. You know what I mean? It is a union break. Take your 5 and we're good. But no, you posted the video.
Remember the one segment when she was doing the interview and the roach crawled up the wall behind her?
This is her. Okay. Producer James, you the TLC cameraman.
Yep.
Action. So embarrassed. I just think about how dirty we used to be. I just so bad. Cue in cockroach
cut.
Now.
There's a roach.
Yes, right when she's saying how much cleaner she is now than what she used to be. I'm like, baby, I don't know if this is a sliding scale that you're using, because from my eyes, these are still pretty damn dirty over there. It was really like, it was a lot. It was clutter. It looked like when someone has just let it get so out of control, they don't even know where to start.
Well, you get to where you kind of live around it.
And I think that's what they were doing. So I give Amy all the credit for saying, she's like, look, I want better for my kid. I want him to be able to crawl, play wherever he wants to, and don't worry about things being dirty. The shit might be real clean, but y'all still gonna have roaches, because that is a roach motel. I don't think that they can get rid of all of them.
Well, they have food out all the time.
Like,
you can't do that.
Chili that they didn't remember cooking
exactly.
was still laid out. All right. So then we go on to and Tammy has gotten a new nurse. A CNA nurse to come by twice a week. Tisa, who is a fan favorite, everyone loves her. She's the bald black lady. She gets into Tammy's ass like we've never really seen someone just really check Tammy, because they're all afraid of her. I'm like, why y'all? By the time she get up, you could have driven across state. Okay, what are you afraid of? I just don't get it. But they're all a little bit afraid of her mouth, because I think it gets pretty rough. Just put a fucking hamburger in there. Problem solved. All right. Okay. So Tammy has been talking that she wants to go swimming. She loves swimming.
Most belugas want to go back to the ocean.
And all of us viewers are like, really? Oh, what body of water are you planning on swimming in comfortably, Tammy? But okay. So Tisa takes her to go swimming, and it just kind of starts off a little bit rocky, because Tammy is supposed to be doing 75 steps a day per her doctor's orders. She doesn't want to do it. So Tisa's kind of like, look, I've pushed you up here. Now, Tisa's 5'2".
Oh, really?
She's petite.
Yeah.
She's not a thick lady at all. And she's not just pushing up 639 pounds, but she's also pushing a wheelchair that has to be pretty damn heavy.
Up an incline
An incline. I swear to God, I've never seen so many inclines in my entire life, other than when I'm watching someone try to push Tammy. It's always up. It's always up. So they go inside. This is a funny part too. So the class, she's taking a class. It is a water aerobics class for very senior citizen women. All right. Let me tell y'all, them old women kicked all of Tammy's ass that day in class, because she didn't know exercises. She literally just floated. And she's like, oh, I feel so good. She's doing turns. If you have ever, and again, Y'all know I talk about everyone, including myself. I'm a big girl. So don't start emailing us talking about I'm fat shaming, because I'm not. But if you have ever watched Nat Geo and you see when they are just kind of following around hippos and then they go deep underwater so you can see what the hippo does underwater and it twirls around. That was Tammy in this local swimming pool. The guy who worked there just kept looking like, who the fuck is going to help her get out of this pool? It ain't me. That's above my pay grade. I'm not doing it. So everything's fine and dandy. Poor Tisa, who's afraid, who cannot swim, still gets in the pool. Then it's time to get Tammy out. So that's 639 pounds. Plus she's got on this bathing suit that is...
fighting for its dear life.
Yeah, but you know what? That bathing suit was the real MVP because it didn't let nothing slip out, pop out, anything like that. So she's getting out of the pool. She's already pissed off because that took too much exertion. Then she's like, I'm not walking. It's slippery. Okay, bitch, it was the same slippery when you walked in the door across here as it is right now. So she's fighting with Tisa. I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to walk. I can't walk. And she's like, yes, you can. This is bullshit. I'm not going to hurt myself pushing you because you simply don't want to walk. So she's mad. She's complaining. But guess what that bitch did? She got up and fucking walked because Tisa was probably going to leave her ass there. Can you imagine pushing that weight? And then not just that weight, with wet clothes on her too. Because she didn't change out of the swimsuit.
I remember training for football and weightlifting, and we would move around weight that heavy. That's not something normal people should do every damn day.
No. We support Michael, Michael holds down a full-time job. He's a new father. His wife is legally blind. Amy's legally blind, so she can't drive anywhere. So anywhere that they go, the majority of the time it's Michael taking them. Then Michael always has to push Tammy. To the point now that both their backs are just really fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
As we saw in this week's episode, they went to an acupuncturist. And poor Michael, he was probably just glad he got to lay down comfortably on a clean bed. No roaches or mice are around, nothing like that. No strange smells are coming from next door. He's so relaxed, he literally drools on the camera. A big glob just falls out of his mouth. That poor man is probably going to need a back brace. And I'm not even trying to be funny before long, because he's not a big person.
No,
he looks like he might be 5'6".
Now that you said Tisa is 5'2", like I got to look back and see what
he's not a big man.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are that tall.
No. I mean, they're big horizontally, but not vertically. They're not. So that whole situation happens. Of course, it is time now to take Chris and Tammy back to their doctor to get their weigh-in to see what progress they've had and if they're going to get approved for surgery. So Chris gets approved with conditions that he's got to lose 15 pounds by the next time that he comes in. So the next time that he comes in is the episode that we just had on Monday, which they gave us a big old cliffhanger. Yeah, we don't know if Chris is... Yeah, so if Chris gets approved, he's going to get his weight loss surgery the following day. So Tammy gets on the scale, which every time she goes, she's like, I feel like I've lost my weight. Bitch, how would you know if you lost or gained weight? What would tell you that you've... Short of losing like 200 pounds, how would she know?
Or an arm or a leg.
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to be funny. How would she know? For most people, you've lost weight because your waistline goes in a little bit, okay? Or you're like, ooh, my boobs are a little bit smaller, or your butt. Those are usually the areas that we see. We can't even tell if she lost weight in her face.
No,
you just don't know until she gets on that scale. She gets on the scale, and she is exactly 339 pounds.
No, 639.
So, I'm so sorry, 639 pounds, which is what she was was it a month or a couple of weeks before when they went?
It was a month.
So the doctor's like, well, this is a first. This is the first time you've ever come in for weigh-in and you hadn't gained 50 more pounds. He's like, you gained no pounds. And he's like, it's like when you have like a dumb preschooler who's just not getting things like the other kids. Like, this is red, this is blue, that's the sky. It's just that one kid's like, la, la, la. But you got to praise them anyway. Baby, you got your colors all mixed up, but you know what? You colored outside the circles. So I'm going to go ahead.
Your shoes are tied.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and praise you. So he's like, okay, you're not where I want to be, but I guess this is kind of a step up. But she just has done nothing but talk to this new dude, Philip, who doesn't want her to go below 300 pounds. It's like, okay, look, Philip, I know that's what you said, but we've got a long way before we got to worry about her being under 300 pounds. So now she's talking about, this is what tastes the cake. Because nothing tastes the cake away from Tammy. So her new boyfriend, Philip, comes from Las Vegas. How did they go to a hotel? Who transported her? How did she get there?
You can move cargo around.
I guess, but how did she do that without like Amy hearing next door? That's what I don't understand. So she's okay to walk to do that. She's okay to walk to a dick appointment, but she can't fucking walk to the mailbox. Really? I have a feeling if the mailbox were filled up with double whoppers and a black dick, she'd be fucking running out there. So now she wants to go to Las Vegas to visit Philip. I would like to see that happen because I don't think any of her family's gonna take her.
I don't know how she'd have to buy 2, maybe 3 seats on the plane.
No. She's not gonna go by plane. By ship, perhaps.
Across America?
No, I'm thinking that someone's gonna have to drive her.
Train.
I don't know, but it has to be something more controlled by them. Someone would have to drive her because she's got to stop. She can't just do a straight trip.
No.
That's too much on her body. So, like, she's hoping that one of her family members is going to take her. And you know what? If they do that, I've lost all hope for all of them right there. But you're just enabling her. No, make her go after she's lost a certain amount of pounds. How about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that they should put some stipulations on it. Okay, if you lose the 150, if you lose the 100 that you have to lose for your surgery, okay, when you hit your first milestone after surgery, then we'll revisit that. But I wouldn't take her ass anywhere. I bet you better get out there on that turf and start doing those 75 steps. 75 steps.
75.
75 steps. What is that to a normal person?
Man, that's probably just a walk around your block. Maybe that may be too many.
I do 75 steps just trying to get away from producer James's annoying ass.
You probably do 75 steps at least, like
in your house, easily.
In your house,
without even knowing it.
Yeah,
that's all she has to do. All right, when we get back, I have got some Real Housewives of Salt Lake City tea for you. Stay tuned.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I want to let you know that this Thursday I will be guest co-hosting on Pink Shade podcast. We're going to be doing a Bravo breakdown. So please join Mary Payne and I as we talk about these rich people and the stupidity that they possess, as we see every week. Before we go into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I've got to mention this. If you are a fan of Love After Lockup, did you see what went down with Shane? Shane was missing. Shane was missing. Lacey went on his page to say, look, Shane has been missing for, I think it was like 6 days or something like that. His truck was found abandoned. He had not reached out to anyone. He had made some pretty sketchy posts before then, kind of insinuating that he may be suicidal. Okay. So I don't know if this was the right thing for her to do, was to get on social media for help. I don't know, because we're kind of like, bitch, I thought you didn't fuck with him anymore. I thought you were with John. Like, but now I guess you go to social media because that's the best way to get information out in the masses. Okay. So I think about a day later, she went back on there to say, first of all, when she posted about him being missing, she's like, DM me because I'm turning the comments off. Cause can you imagine what the comments were gonna say?
Yep.
Bitch, leave that fucking man alone. He running from you. He hiding from you, Lacey. So she gets back on there with an update saying that Shane had been found, that he was now under hospital observation. All of this stuff was like, damn, he gonna be real pissed off when he get out and see that you blasted all of his. I don't know if she had the right to put that.
I wouldn't think so, but it don't matter these days.
No, I mean, they are still legally married, but they are quite separated, as we have seen. But she put all of that. I just don't know. I think she should have put, no, you know what? I like exactly what she did, because I'm real nosy. And I cannot stand when someone's like, I need prayers. Please send prayers. A bitch for what?
For
I want to know what we praying about. That your gonorrhea clears up, or are we asking for a Christmas miracle? I need details, okay? You're not about to just waste my prayers for something, just something silly. So, Lacey, you were wrong for what you did, but I'm glad you did it, because I know I'm not the only nosy-ass person out there. I want to know all the facts. I wouldn't have mind if you would have just posted a picture of him in a hospital gown, okay? And with his braces on and all that good stuff. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting to see. And, Lacey, let that boy see his baby. Just do like a supervised visitation, because if you have custody of children, anybody can have custody of children.
Exactly.
All right, so on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we've been going down this rabbit hole of Jen Shaw and all of her charges, blah 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 blah. We got to see her. We didn't get to see her we did not see her get arrested, but we did see when Homeland Security went to Heather's place looking for her to arrest her. During that time, when the girls are like, "What is going on?" They're on their way to this vacation spot they're going to. So all of a sudden, we've got Lisa over here calling her 6 attorneys. We've got Jenny over here eating Jen's snacks. We've got Heather freaking out, trying to Google things, trying to call Jen. Baby, she getting arrested. She's not going to answer the phone. Like, she was really trying. I mean, that's what a good friend would do. But I'm like, she a little bit busy right now. But then all of a sudden, we've got Harriet the Spy, a.k.a. Whitney Rose, just sprouting out all this information about charges and this, and that. We're like, okay, she's not as stupid as she acts, but how does she know all this? Well, we just found out why she knows. Okay, so Whitney Rose's husband is being sued for running a pyramid scheme.
Ooh.
This is how she knew all about this shit, okay? He had at least 23 charges. The majority of them have been dropped, but not the one for him running a pyramid scheme. So he is the, I don't know if he's like the CEO or something like that of Life Vantage. I want to say it's like some kind of vitamins or something like that about healthy living, but it is straight up a pyramid scheme. So we learn this, and then our brains do a Rolodex back, and you're like, wait a minute. On last week's episode, we just saw her spend $20,000 on a photo shoot. And during that episode, she said that she had applied for $1 million line of credit, and that her husband Justin was going to have to co-sign. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I kept my eyes on Justin, because I'm like, he is not happy with all the money that she's spending rebranding. She's got this beauty line that was called Iris and Beau, which is real dumb. And now she's rebranding it to be Wild Rose. Here's the funny thing. At the photo shoot, all about the rebranding of her business, everything from t-shirts to hats to water bottles said Iris and Beau. Bitch, I thought you was rebranding. That, if I were her husband, that would have pissed me off. I would have snatched everything down that said Iris and Rose in there. And that's a lot of money, but now he probably had a clue that things were getting kind of heavy for him business-wise. So this is what I don't get. Like, I would love to have a show on Bravo. That is like my ultimate dream, is to be a Bravo celebrity. I could die and be a very happy woman. But these people are doing all these sketchy ass things, and then you didn't just go on a reality TV show. You go on the queen of reality shows. You go on the Real Housewives. Do you think that's not going to make people start digging around? Immediately. Look, by the time you say my name is, I already know your blood type. I know how many kids you have. I know if your kids mix. I know if your kids got different baby daddies. I know where you went to high school. I know your first fake modeling gig. I know what size shoe you wear. I know that that's not real Louis Vuitton you wearing in every scene. I know that that jewelry's rented. I know these facts because I go to digging. Do you think that they're not going to discover, Jen Shaw, that look, I don't know if Jen's innocent or not, okay? We're not even go into that, okay? Then we've got people like the Judices. You know, they're doing all this sketchy shit. It is not just those two. It is like almost every part of the franchise has had some big scandal where someone was doing something highly illegal and they get sued. I'm like, it was your fault. I'm like, did you get caught this whole time when you weren't on the show? Then boom, you're on the show and you're fucking caught. I'm like, you haven't even started making good money from the show. This is season 2. All the money you made from season 1, you probably used for wardrobe, hair, and makeup for season 2. You haven't even got rich yet and you're already being sued. I would hope that when my time comes to be on Bravo, producer James will be like, look, about 5 years ago, I killed a man. And I stole his identity. My real name is not James Owens. But I want you to know all this shit. Just in case it comes out. It's gonna come out! I'm like, okay, just throw the whole dream away. It's gonna come out. I just have never understood that. And it's not just with the housewives. It's with lots of reality TV stars. They do these things so they can appear to have all this money for this show, and then you wind up losing everything because you were literally trying to keep up with the Joneses on television.
You're trying to keep up with not just the Joneses, but the entire world's perception
of how you should be living.
How you should be living.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, because I already told producer James, I'm like, look, if Andy Cohen calls me, we got to go do a lot of fake shit. We got to go rent a whole big house. I want you to rent me like 2 Range Rovers. I want a sports car. And as we now know, if you guys watched the Hulu special about Jen Shaw, you got to see that a lot of the things that she shows us on TV are not really hers. Like the Porsche wasn't really hers. The jewelry that she wears is rented jewelry. Which, I mean, women, we know that there's places that you can go to do those type of things. But when you're thinking about these women living these extravagant lifestyles, if they've got it all, we just assume that it's theirs, but it's really not.
I don't know why they put the word real anywhere near that show.
I don't know, but I just want them to have me and my name up there and you, Scholar, and Sushi and them be in the background. Like with all the housewives, she's in the front, y'all are in the background, okay? All right, so when we get back, we're going to have the Bitch Please of the Week from the Libra Lounge.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Bitch, please! Rolling down the street, telling stories. Bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
Producer James and I would like to thank you for listening to the podcast. Another reminder that I will be guest co-hosting on Pink Shade Podcast with Mary Payne. I think that's going to come out probably tomorrow, which will be Thursday late afternoon, because we're going to record the show in the morning and we're going to be breaking down Bravo. We're going to be breaking down the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and the OC, which is actually starting to get super juicy. All right. Now, normally this is where I will, award the Bitch Please of the Week. But since it is the spirit of giving, it's the holiday season, I'm going to be real nice. I've talked about enough people, talked enough bad shit about people throughout the show. So this Bitch Please is going out to every single person who does not have Love Actually as their #1 Christmas movie. Fuck all y'all. Something's wrong with y'all. That is the best Christmas movie, followed by How the Grinch Stole Christmas, all the Harry Potter movies with a Christmas tree in it, and Krampus. Oh. And don't forget Holiday Heart. There ain't nothing like a goddamn drag queen to celebrate the holiday spirit, okay? We want to tell all of you guys, thank you. Have a very good Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate. We hope it is filled with joy, relaxation, and good food. We will see you guys in what, a week or two? I don't know. Y'all know how
we'll be back next week.
I'm the star of the show. If I feel like performing, then we'll have a show next week. Otherwise, we'll see you in 2 weeks. No, we'll see you guys next week.
Happy
Alrighty,
holidays,
bye-bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.